I am the one born to rule, destined to conquer. Let those who fear me follow me. Let those who oppose me die. For I am Serpentor, and this I command. Welcome back to Blind Skies Reviews. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at one of the most popular releases for the G.I.JOE classified series in 2022. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive Serpentor and Air Chariot. This is a 1/12 scale set, and it is fantastic. So this is the packaging. It comes in another brown box. There's nothing to see. I guess you guys don't want to see a brown box. You know what a brown box looks like. But this package right here is, man, if you want to know a secret about me, it's going to be kind of weird, but I'm probably the only person on the whole G.I.JOE community that Serpentor is my favorite Cobra character, believe it or not. So I was very excited to see this and very excited to get it. These are very hard to come by. I pre-ordered mine. These things cost like $79.99. When they came out, I got lucky and got one, and I was so happy because most of the time they sell out like instantly. And I believe as of this video, still pre-order sold out as of now. Hopefully you guys get one. This is from the packaging. It's very, very nice. So you have the nice artwork of Serpentor in the front there, and it's like a slip case. These are recommended for ages 4 and above, and then you see the Cobra insignia where the box opens up. So let's go and take a look at that. Top of the box. There's the bottom of the box. There's the side of the box. Other side of the box. The back of the packaging looks fantastic. If you are, like me, enjoying the artwork on the classified series, it's a hit and miss for me, but I'm telling you what, for me, this is awesome. So this is the reason it's going to be a little different review, because I couldn't wait for one thing to get him out of the box to do a review. I've had him for a little bit. I've been playing with him for a while since he came out. He's been out for a little bit, but I wanted to do my own review. But I pre-took him out. I wanted to try to keep my box in as pristine condition as I could, because I had to put tape on it, of course. So I had to take my time to do that. So I'll show you the best I can for the packaging, but there's many reviews out there and images of this. So we'll just do it really quick and get it over with, just in case someone cares. Here's what the back of it looks like without the slipcover. So I'll just spin it real quick so you get an idea. We've seen most of this stuff. You probably have too. So the front, it does open up here. There's where Serpentor sits. Some of his accessories here. You have 3 accessories on this side. Nice cardboard. And over here we have, inside the box, the Chariot sits there. It has some assembly required. Then over here we have 3 more accessories on this side of the box. So it's self-explanatory. When you see the accessories, you get the snake, his staff. I think it's a sword. Then we have the alternate G1 looking head attire. So that's it for that. And it looks fantastic. So let's take a look at the figure itself. Okay, here he is. Just Rose. Out of the box, he comes with these newer style head dressing, already installed on the figure. So we'll take a look at that, and then we'll take a look at the classic version. But here's that head sculpt. The eyes look fantastic. He got a little frown on his face. See the fangs sculpted on the bottom, and then on the top headdress that's removable. There's the side. The fins, they're kind of more of a tighter wrap around his head versus a classic flared out. Very cool. Back of it. Very nice, detailed, like reptilian green cloak that he has on. Very, very soft. Very, very done very well in my opinion. I do like it. Definitely has a classic feel of the way it fits. We have 2 snakes here on the shoulders. They have the black eyes and their mouths open, painted inside like a darker pink, almost borderline maroon, silver. I'm sorry. Yeah, silver fangs, but gold chest armor. It looks really cool. It's very glossy. It catches the light. We have the snake's tail that comes around the back and rounds up on his chest. Then we have a belt here with a snake head and a snake wrap around. The overall body has this texture here. You can hear that. So it's all raised, very nice textured. It's not just like a smooth plastic. You can actually feel all little fabrics they tried to sculpt in to use. Here we have the thigh pads that look fantastic. Love the shape of those. I think they look great on both sides, either on this side or the inner part, because it kind of looks a little different. It has a little different cut maybe there on the inside. Knee pads, we have the snake wraps around his calf muscles. The gold here on his plate on the front of his shin. And then on the back here also we have the gold with the snake wrap. Then we have that, the texture between the two gold plates. Gold on the heel, foot, his boot I guess they're going for. Green on the front. That texture following suit down through. Really nice figure. I think it came out good as you're going to get, because he's very, very pricey. I mean, these things like $79.99 on Hasbro Pulse, and so they had to definitely step up their game for this figure, and I think they did overall. I'm glad that they took the opportunity to give us a modern look for everybody that wanted the modern style. I know some people complain about the vintage stuff because it's outdated, but I am an old school dude. So I will be displaying and playing with mine with his vintage head dressing, which we'll look at here soon. So here's a 360 look at the upper part of the figure. Space is kind of premium right now with the reviewing here, so you have to bear with me with that one. I will show you the whole figure here shortly. But I just want to get through this overall induction. Pretty cool. So to remove this headpiece here, we got to kind of get in here and be very careful that you don't rip or make any damage to your overall cloak, because you got to get down into his back so you don't. Be very careful. And believe it or not, there's that piece that needs to come out. It is quite tricky to get it out. I've had it out a couple times. I didn't push it all the way in as you would get it when you buy it. So you pop out the back piece, and it's all one piece, and it pops off his head. That's what that looks like. And there's the back of him. And here is the front. Pretty cool. Hey you, reviewer, attend me. I need suitable raiment. I got you, man. Chill. So in your accessories, you got to find this piece, and then the headpiece is a separate piece here for the classic looking attire. As you can see here, the black eyes. Here's the fangs, and this piece just will pop on to the top, like so. And that's what he looks like without the flared piece in the back. So all we have to do, just like the vintage 1/18 scale figure, it's just pretty much right out the door the same. You just pop this on his back, like so. Kind of sits it off all the back than usual. Very cool. And now you gotta do is bring back up his cloak very carefully so you don't rip it or snag it. Flare it up a little bit, give you some style. And there you go, classic Serpentor. Okay, so one of my issues is this gaping hole in his arm. Yes, that's for an accessory, but I'll get to why I have an issue with it. This is for his claws. They normally sculpted on. You do get this piece here, silver blades, gray plastic, and it just plugs into his arm and it got to stay there. If not, you have this gaping hole in the side of his arm, which I think is a bad design, because You know, every other Serpentor had these pretty much sculpted on, and they could have done the same. So that's, you know, a piece that can get lost, knocked off when you're trying to play with your figure, or get him all posed up with weapons in his hand. And then the other issue I have is like this one here. It's a longer version of that. But this one has to go into his hand. Or does it? No. See, I thought that he's supposed to have this fangs or claws on both sides of his hands to represent his vintage look. So I guess I made a mistake. I never really played with that piece because I assumed that went on the other side. So that goes in there also. So you can choose a more of a larger blade versus a smaller one for your overall display or playability. And so you're going to be missing one from this side, I guess. So that's a little difference from the if they're going for like the classic look for Serpentor. It comes with his pet snake, and it is quite large. It is highly detailed and very, very nice. You can see here. They did a great job on it. Black eyes, red mouth. Very intimidating for being a PVC toy. Very nice. It is a very nice PVC. I think this is really, the figure 8 basically is kind of really hard to move. This is more softer, but that's how it looks. Here's the overall aesthetics and paint. They did a great job with him. Like I said, he's pretty big. A very cool accessory. One of the other things here, we have this snake. This is what he threw at Duke in the movie. He called this snake meant for his heart or something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen the movie. But he went to kill Falcon and Duke jumped in the way. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen that movie from the 80s. But they kind of missed out on the paint here. You know, they could have put a bit of paint in there and the eyes, but it's a softer plastic, and he has no problem kind of holding it. It's not very posable, but doesn't maintain a pose. It's flexible, but so if you want to chuck this at Falcon when he's released here in the next wave of classified figures of this video, you have your Duke jump in and recreate that scene. Or whoever you want to stab in the heart. Comes with this sword, looks pretty cool, silver and gold, nice sculpt, little red diamond there on the tip, pretty decent sculpt work. There he is holding it, pretty decent. Very tight, it's not going to fall off his hand or anything. Next up is this staff, scepter. It's just more known for Cobra Commander than Serpentor, but I guess they threw it in for fun. A little red gem there. Pretty much all gold plastic. Nice sculpt for the top of it. Very cool. Okay, you can see here he's holding it, and we're all that's pretty much touching the floor, so that's how tall it is to the figure. Serpentor is one of the tallest. I think he is the tallest, matter of fact. Classified figure that I currently have. I have most of them, except for a couple of those weird Cobra Commanders and the double-white snake eyes. And there's the overall look with that scepter. So let's start off by taking a look at his air chariot. We're going to take a look at the overall snake front piece. For the head, it looks this is very cool. This is quite heavy. Beautiful gold paint here. 2 cylinders here. The flare here is, and on the inside is very, very nice. So for the head, it has these 2 silver fangs. There's a little blaster in there. You can see that black blaster. That is actually really a pain to get out because you can fold that up as well as the fangs and shut his mouth if you want that appearance. And there's really no switch to get it to come out. You just gotta shut it and then try to use something small to bring the gun and the fangs back down. So that's kind of a missed opportunity there. So the next part for the Chariot, he's quite large. I'm going to have to hold the camera. It might shake it a little bit, but I'll do the best to keep it, you know, from shaking too much. So here we go. Down is the front of it. We have the vents there on the front. Looks pretty good. Little vent here on the top, at the bottom of the snake. And then on the front here we have the side vents on both sides. It's pretty nice. So starting down at the bottom, we have the Cobra insignia there with the Emperor kind of Cobra logo with that little crown on it. We have the ZE/03 number. That's all painted on. One of the issues I have with this is that caution gun reactor. Reactor, really? It's not a gun, it's not a reactor. So that goes to show you right there, the people that are engineering some of Hasbro stuff don't know what they're talking about. This is a very cool, very large fin that goes on the back. That's awesome. Here's the 50 caliber machine gun. It has a tan, a gray belt around the side to the back, and it's pretty nice, very large. You see, this is removable, so it's a nice upgrade feature to the classified series from the vintage. You can actually take these off, and you can have your characters hold these, like your Vipers or whoever you want that's guarding Serpentor. Or if he crashes, he can disengage it and then use it in battle against the Joes. But this is very cool. Kind of hollowed out. It's kind of depressing. I'm a big person that hates the waffleness, especially. That's why I don't collect the Transformers anymore, because they're just waffle formers in my opinion, and they're ridiculously expensive for what you get. And we have that CG, is that C6? Hard to see through the camera. -116 there. You see the step-up design here. That's all sculpted in there. That's pretty nice. Coming around the back of this thing, there's the back of it. This is the fan that makes the Chariot fly, I'm assuming, because there's, oh, this one thrusters on the bottom too, so we'll take a look at that. But here, the fan there, some nice detailing there where he stands. Here is the shaft that he holds onto to fly the Chariot, some kind of gauge there. So, very cool. The other side is pretty much the side we just looked at. Pretty nice. You might have noticed here, like it freaked me out, there's two pieces that are kind of cut, like right there. There's one across there. It wasn't like that on a vintage figure. I thought it was kind of broke when I got mine. So know that is correct. So if you see that in War and you get a broken piece, you didn't. So cool. So you can turn the fan. It's silver. If you turn this little knob right here, it's very hard. It doesn't turn very easily. So, but you can do it. There's the bottom of the fan. You can see it turns. One of the cool updates to this was they have little feet. They come out like so, and then you can so he can actually land instead of being just sitting on the bottom. So on the bottom you can see some more of the insignias there, the hydraulics, the panel removal, and it's pretty much the same on the other side. And there's the feet, and that's how that sits. So that's pretty nice. She sits on his legs. Quite sturdy, believe it or not. So here he is standing on the Chariot. He fits very nicely. The one thing I want to point out is do not try to peg his feet into the pegs while your little stands are up, because you're going to put a lot of pressure on that. You might just break those, and you're not going to, more than likely, be able to get another one because of how popular this figure actually is. So be very careful with that. Try to hold both pieces in your hand and insert the pegs into his feet. Here's his instruction sheet. If you're interested, it's just a couple steps to assembly the Chariot. Assembling the gun, placement of the guns, and a bunch of information. So if you don't know who Serpentor is, Serpentor was created by Dr. Mindbender. Serpentor is incredibly strong and intelligent, and a true psychopath. Dr. Mindbender and Dusher raided the tombs of some of the world's greatest warriors of the past. Serpentor was created using DNA of some of history's greatest villains and conquerors, such as Napoleon, Ivan the Terrible, Alexander the Great. Sun Tzu's DNA was almost acquired, but fooled by G.I.JOE, Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan, Rasputin, and many others to create the Cobra Emperor. So I'm not going to do any kind of articulation because this is a basic classified figure articulation. So I want to do something a little different for this video. So I hope you guys didn't get upset for me not doing the overall articulation of the figure. I love the figure. He's great. Hope you guys can get yours if you haven't. For those that have them, I hope you are enjoying them as much as I am. It's a great figure. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. Share the video if you would like with all your friends and collectors. And we'll see you in our next review.